Well, week 6 has so many instructional videos that I'll just give you a quick overview and you can get tangled up in it once you enter the week. We're pretty much at the end of this river of disinformation here. We're going to be looking mostly at the Heritage Foundation. They're kind of on the vanguard of climate disinformation. And we're also going to be focusing on what's called information literacy and a process for examining information. We'll take it a bit further, but the basic acronym SIFT, stop whenever you're reading something. I, investigate the source. We'll be doing this, especially with the footnotes. F, find better coverage. We'll be doing that at the end of the week. And then T, tracing claims and quotes in media to the original context. To some extent, we may do that, and that has to do with the way people distort wordings, but that's not a focal point. But what we do this week is all in relation to information literacy. So to give you kind of a quick overview, you're looking at, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours this week, a fair amount. A little bit lighter on Tuesday, a little bit heavier on Thursday and Friday. I would recommend you read all of this. I don't think it's good for me to do that. It'll take forever to get through the voice thread. And as you move into it, we're going to go back into the movie, have you look at about a 6-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute segment and answer these few questions. Very interesting little segment that gives us background. We're also going to listen to the late Rush Limbaugh, one of the most popular conservative columnists, pretty much pledge his faith to the Heritage Foundation. And you get a feeling for tribalism in that everything they write is something somebody like Rush Limbaugh would take as gospel. They are the trusted source for many conservative folks. And you can also look at the radio talk show hosts and Merchants of Doubt at about minute 120. He too is amongst the faithful. And you can hear some of the ideas in the Heritage Report coming through in that short segment with former Congressman Bob Inglis, whom the Koch brothers chased out of office because he wanted Congress to address climate change. And then finally, we're going to move into the document itself, the Heritage Foundation, the state of climate science, no justification for extreme policies. I refer to it as peeling the onion because you've got about 4 layers. You're going to look first at their primary arguments, then you're going to look at their loaded language, then you're going to examine their footnotes for credibility, and finally, you're going to examine the well-organized rebuttals to their climate denialist arguments. So we're going to take their document apart one layer at a time. And to do that, I have a pretty good explanation of the first activity, and I have these discussions. You're going to be articulating the main argument from the Heritage Foundation article, and I've broken it up into sections for you so you can put your explanations into, I've got 6A to E. So, these are the subheadings for the Heritage Report. Probably don't need to click through all of them. Biases in climate research. History, a brief history of global climate change and where we are today. Keep in mind, all of these things are full of lies, but it sounds good. What the scientific data tells us about climate. More lies, yay. All right, the high costs and negligible benefits of climate policy. More lies. So we're going to look at their main arguments. You're going to articulate them. And then we're going to look on unpacking loaded language. I give an example here. I get a definition, an example, a voice thread, a couple of background examples that I kind of like. And then you're going to do the same thing as you look in the Heritage Foundation. This might take a while to set up. And this is the assignment. Notice how nice the scientist is. Now we're not going to use the word blame. I'm doing that comically because this is something that you want to follow carefully, and many people won't get right because they don't quite understand the directions, and well, they don't quite read them carefully. So hopefully the directions and the models from a few pages before will help you with that. The next assignment, agnotology, I love that, which is basically studying culturally induced myths, lies, especially as it works into climate change. So I'm going to have you examine the footnotes, except for the one, number 23, is legitimate, but the other ones between 21 and 29 are all from a variety of climate denialists. So I want you to check out their reputations, listen to my voice thread here, and we're going to continue on that as we're going to be looking at the rebuttals provided by skeptical science to their basic claims. There's plenty of information to guide you on that. And having done all of that, we will have pretty much internalized the SIFT method, again, where we started. Stop, investigate the source, find better coverage, and to some extent tracing the claims, quotes, and media to the original context. So this is a good kind of information literacy part. And following that, here's a good kind of factual, well, not kind of, good factual read on what the future looks like depending on what we do today. And with that, we are done with week 6. So I wish you good luck on this. You can always email me. I think I have ample explanations inside the individual assignments, and repeating them would make this short video way, way long. So again, I'm always here for contact, and I hope this helps you get an idea of the lay of the land.